What's going on, everybody? What's good? Scotty Z, Sir Lucky Charms. Hey, man, it's a red rum day in the market today. It's red rum. Whole market's red, but not Clov. Not Clov. What's up? L Train, what's good, man? Zeke Bleak, my boy. I seen you in the Discord. I was like, hey, if Zeke tells me to go live, I'm going live. That's the truth. I was like, if Zeke said go live, I'm going live. What's up, Manny Perez? My boy DJan. DJan, I need to figure out a way to get a guest, man. Because I know we'd have done this a whole bunch of times just to have fun and chalk it up, man. What's up, Moto? What's up, Genetic Nate? What's up, KLF? Hey, it was fun seeing you, Scotty Too Hottie, today. That was the first time I got to be on a stream with you, bro. I was like, hey, that's dope. That was fun, man. I used to see you taking shots all the time at 6:30 my time and never understood. And then realizing it's really nine some odd your time, it made sense. A little bit more sense, What's up, Monk? Yeah, man, look, normally we got streams playing all throughout the day. And I was bored, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I like playing everything in the background and everything, and I wasn't able to do such a thing. So I needed to see something. I need to hear something. And I know there's a lot of people out there that definitely rely on hearing something about Clov, man. So I'm gonna talk about Clov because that is my largest holding. And you're gonna see me bouncing back and forth because the market's closing in about 10 minutes or so. So, you know, don't mind me, but yeah. Where are we at? Perfect. Yeah, 827 ain't so bad, guys. 827 ain't so bad. What's going on, everybody? So yeah, man, I want to talk about a few things. L Train, you told me to check the DM. What's up, Brooks? Coach, man. Hey, it's the witching hour with Ghost. It is quad witching day today, and it's the witching hour with your boy Ghost. That's crazy. That's funny. But no, I want to talk about a few things, man, that I can't stop thinking about. It's pretty simple. The star rating that Clov has is garbage. Shout out to Zeke and shout out to Brooks for subscribing, by the way. I appreciate you guys. But yeah, man, the star rating, we have a 3. It's garbage. And to be quite honest with you, it's kind of unfair the way the star rating is even done. There's like 40 different, you know, categories, so to speak, that bases the star rating. And to be quite honest with you, we're at a 3 when I feel like we shouldn't be. And with COVID that took place, obviously, that altered a lot of things. And so the more and more I started digging and the more and more I started looking, I found on Clover's website back in the day that Vivek and, of course, Andrew Torrey himself, the CFO, the CEO, and the CTFO, Chief Financial Technical, CTO, the CTO and the CFO, there you go. Both of them had this theory that there's a better way to rate these insurance providers. Not a better way to rate them, just in general. They felt like the rating system is kind of outdated. And they went over some key points about why the rates should be done differently. And the more and more I read, the more I kind of felt a little crunchy at first, I will say. I was like, man, that's kind of desperate. We're looking at them trying to change too much. But then no, as I read further along, it started making sense. I mean, there's a category of like bladder control. Like, what can you do about that? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's only so much you could do about some of these conditions. So to be rated based upon these is very odd to me. But with all of that being said, I think there's some things in the works about the rating system itself. I know a couple people have published a couple things recently, and I'll post that on the Twitter page so you guys can check it out. But I'll be honest with you, a higher rating is huge. I said this on the spaces with D-Gen, which I can't go too long today, you guys, because D-Gen has his space that he has on Twitter every single day on the market close, 30 minutes after the bell. And man, we've had such good combos on that. So if you do not follow DGen, Wall Street Bets Degenerate, aka Buy the Effing Dip, if you don't follow him on Twitter, not even trying to plug this dude, like on a serious note, man, that's my boy, don't get it twisted, but there's some amazing speakers that jump up. You get 10 speakers, and he utilizes them all throughout the call, and they run for like an hour and a half, 2 hours sometimes even. So we've gotten so much knowledge, and it's such a cool thing. I talked about it on Coach's show earlier today. You get some like non-biased opinions and different avenues that people see through the same ticker sometimes. So it's really, really educational, to be quite honest with you, is the best way to describe it. So I won't run too long for that reason. I don't want to miss out on that. And if some of you guys have yet to actually be on it, please make sure to join him, because it's really cool. It really is cool. But back to the star rating side of it. I was saying it on there. It's not a Yelp review. You know, you think of stars and you think it's just something so irrelevant. It's not a Yelp review. It's not. It's something extremely important that the feds base their compensation upon. So if you have a 3, you're getting less money per lives under management than if you have a 4 or a 5 or even a 3.5 at that. So it's extremely massive to have a better star rating. And when you think about Vivek starting in New Jersey and having 3 hospitals out there when he started making his run in the medical industry, you think about where we started as Clover Medical Health is concerned, and that's also New Jersey. So there's some pockets in New Jersey that let's just call it what it is. There's poor communities, and based upon the logistics of the clientele that Clover Medical Health currently has, the average industry is 25% for minorities, 60%, over 50% for sure, up to 60% is what Clover's at. So they're helping a lot of these poor communities out, and that doesn't help when it comes to customer reviews and people that are struggling or going through the most. You know, you're not gonna go and leave a good review and do things like this nature if you're in a bad spot. So not for nothing, I never got a chance to meet my grandfather and grandmother on my father's side. They were diabetic. There was a lot of medical conditions. And let's face facts. If you have bad medical conditions as an insurance provider, what are you doing? You're paying out more in claims for chronic conditions. So this hurts their MCR, right? We were at 111 MCR. That means for every $100 that we get, we're spending $111. For those of you that don't know what MCR is, that's huge. That is the only thing that Wall Street has against us right now, and why they're not thinking this is the best investment they've ever seen. The only thing they can say is we're not profitable, which, to be quite honest with you, we're not going to be profitable just yet. However, that route to profitability, which Al Trades brings up a lot in his streams, again, another one, Al Trades, if you do not watch his video or watch his, you got to join, subscribe to that guy, he's a beast, very informative. But Al Trades in general, he brings up the same thing, at least the route to profitability. That's what we're looking for. And with a lower MCR, that gives us our route to profitability. If we get our MCR down to 99%, guess what? For every $100, we're spending 99. So these are huge factors. And I'm telling you right now, a better star rating, that's what helps us obtain more money that we receive per live under management, which in the grand scheme of things could ultimately help our MCR. And that's where I'm getting at with all of this. I do not have the ticker up right now. I apologize. It's at 827. I'll just periodically call it out for now. I'll check the chat in the meantime, because I know there's a lot of people saying what's up, and I apologize. But yeah, man, JJ, Live Ghost, what a Friday treat. I appreciate that. It's nice to see you on here. Witching Day with Ghost, says Scotty Z. Yeah, man, that's funny. I didn't even think nothing of it. Just wait till October 31st comes. I hope it's a weekday. I'll stream all day on October 31st. We'll make Halloween a new Ghost Day. That's what we'll do during market hours, because I got kids that need a trick or treat. Don't forget. By the dip, FDA votes against booster shots for 65 plus. Interesting. That is extremely interesting. Wow. Another reason to join the space. I'm sure he'll talk about that tonight. OPAD got smashed today. Yeah, Monk. That's why you don't chase the run up from the previous day. Wonder if it will pop a little next week or continue to fall. Great question. Great question. Monk. I ran with OPAD. I got in around 14.50 yesterday and I sold at around 20. I know Al Trades has a situation where he has people that join his paid Discord and they're able to kind of get some of his intel. He ended up selling at 20.29. And yeah, just when you see a company run 2 days in a row, including like 40-50%, it's very difficult to hold after hours. That's one thing that I'm a little bit hesitant to do. Just the risk versus reward. I mean, it could just easily be punished pre-market, depending on circumstances. You got a lot of people taking profit at that point. And so that was definitely a concern of mine. I got out. I tweeted that I got out of it as well, just to make sure, you know, I'm on the safe side as far as, you know, not being greedy. You know, you take your profits when you can in a trade. When you're investing like Clov, completely different story. But when you're trading like OPAD, that's a different story. So yeah, as far as not chasing goes, yeah, man, I've seen so many runners that for me, it's like there's just going to continue to be runners. If you're patient enough, you'll get on a runner sooner than later. So might as well take your time. No point in chasing it. DGen tweeted something today that had me rolling, man. Go follow that man on Twitter, man. That actually had me crying today out loud. Scotty Z, Easy Ghost, don't be dissing New Jersey. I got a boy from Elizabeth, so I'm not dissing New Jersey. Trust me when I tell you, I have nothing but love. I will never diss any of our states. I am a proud American, believe that. Good day to buy some Gree. Yeah, you know what, JJ? I saw Gree today dip a little bit too. I think it was at the 39-38 range. I said it on Coach's stream that was my buy mark to add to the pie. But I actually ended up swing trading BBIG a couple times instead. And I kind of kept the last bit that I had in BBIG only because I just really believe in the squeeze there, and I also believe it's a smaller trade, so I don't mind holding it over the weekend. And just watching the stock enough, I'm gonna hold a little longer. New star ratings should be out October 7-ish, says MLEY. I'm gonna just say Miley. Yeah, so this is the important thing, right? So once a year, they're coming out with their star ratings. That's once a year they get rated, and I'm pretty sure it takes into effect January of 2022 as far as like the funding goes. I'll double check that as well. But yeah, October is supposed to be the ratings, which is really huge because this is going to be before their third quarter earnings come November. So super duper excited. 8:30 for Clov. Super duper excited to hopefully see that their star rating went up, even if it's by 0.5 point, to be quite honest with you. Even if it's 0.5 point, I'd be happy with that because every bit counts. Every bit counts. And you know, you get bonuses and things of that nature as well when it comes to star ratings. So yeah, October 7-ish, we'll keep an eye out for it. We'll keep updating you guys. Al Trades called out taking profits at the end of the day yesterday. Yeah, DGen, a lot of people were talking about that too. Yeah, Al Trades, we were in the group chat together talking about it. I'll leave that at that, man. OPAD was a runner. Hopefully you guys took advantage of the runner. And hopefully you didn't chase, and hopefully you didn't hold overnight, most importantly. That's the one rule of thumb. If you don't have conviction, be careful holding overnight. It's different with Clov, right? We got conviction with Clov. I could hold this for months and years and not trip. Even if it tanked 10%, 30% in one day. I'd be wigged out, but I have my conviction, so I'm chilling. But on a day trade or a swing trade or a momentum trade, however you want to categorize it, you always want to make sure that if you're holding after hours and you're going to hold to the following trading day, that you have conviction. Conviction. That's what it comes down to. They tried so hard to get it to sub 8, but they couldn't. PK, the first Nandy. Yeah, they tried. DGen was like really adamant about $8 being like a benchmark that he wanted to see us hold, and they 100% tried today. I think we hit 804 or something real close to it. And lo and behold, either people got paid today and they got to add to their position, or we keep seeing this $1.2 million purchase at the very end of the trading day in the after hours. And it could be, maybe they're starting to reverse. Who knows? Who knows? I did see that Seeking Alpha, which was kind of cool. It's no different than some of us who follow Clov, you know, tweeting our price targets, so to speak. But at the end of the day, to see a company that is, you know, bigger than some of our followers are, it was cool to see them put a price target at 17, because not for nothing, that's double. Again, not that it means anything. It's not like it's going to be on Yahoo Finance when you look up that, you know, ticker Clov. You're not going to see next to Bank of America, there's Seeking Alpha. But it is still good to see, because if people Google Seeking Alpha, or if they Google Clov, they could possibly come across it. And to be quite honest with you, I think that's a fair assessment. I think we should be trading at 17 myself, if not closer to 20, 25, to be honest. PK says he thinks he's truly seen the bottom for Clov. I hope so. But at the end of the day, we got nothing but time. I'll be watching football on Halloween this year because it falls on a Sunday. I'm glad you had the calendar in front of you. Scotty, well, maybe I want to stream because I do the NFL, no financial limits. Maybe I want to stream football and Clov on a Sunday for Halloween with my boys, with my fam. I can't do that, Scotty? Scotty too hotty? I can't do that? Sheesh. Oswald, no, I won't even say that. What's up, Scotty? Scotty, how many shots you take today, man? I need to see it in the chat because I know you took 2 on Coach's stream. Gree's gonna be volatile as F until the data all ports over. Yeah, we just don't know enough about the free float and everything of that nature. So yeah, Gree will be definitely volatile. But I believe in digital currency, so I'm holding Gree. I'm holding a lot of digital plays. Again, BBIG is kind of an NFT backdoor play. HUT, you know, Mara, Riot. There's a lot of digital currency plays out there. Gree being one of them. The beginning, my man, exit strategy proven just as important as the entry. The beginning and I had a real cool conversation the other day, man. I actually really enjoyed talking to him. Really enjoyed talking to him. I got some insight on kind of some of the flow of things, and apparently there's a lot of rumors circulating in regards to like people telling everyone to hold and buy the dip, but at the same time they're day trading. Look, I'm gonna be flat out honest with you guys. I cannot speak for anyone else but myself. I have yet to sell a share of Clov. I have conviction. Does that mean you shouldn't sell? Does that mean you should buy? Does that mean you should hold? No, it does not. I swear to you, it means nothing. You have to determine what's right for you. I don't care if people are day trading it, to be quite honest with you. I just don't care. I don't care if everyone sells. I'd feel bad if they miss out on an opportunity, but I wouldn't really necessarily care, because I don't think if all of retail sells, I think the price would decrease so much that institutions would legitimately lick their chops at a cost in the 7s. So I'm not here to try and convince anybody to hold. We finished 831, by the way, over 2% on a day that was full of Redrum, man. That's amazing. Anyways, I don't feel it's, you know, my job to sit here and try and convince anyone to do anything. It's completely up to you at the end of the day. I have never sold a share of Clov since it became the ticker Clov. I did sell when it was an IPO, and the letters were before, I think IPOE, whatever it was, IPOD. I did sell those shares. Hold on one second, garage is open, it's gonna be a little loud. One more time. Anyways, it's not our job. It's not our job to the community to try and convince you guys to hold, sell, or buy. It's really not. And this whole rumor of like, oh, people are day trading it. Look, dude, you can get mad all you want. To each his own. Some people may not have as much conviction as we do. And if that's the case, that's the case. I know a lot of people that paper-handed recently. And I tell them all, every one of them that sold, I said, listen, we'll welcome you back with open arms. We we don't care. We're not AMC. We're not GME. We're not going to sit there and go paper handed son of a bitch. That's not our MO. Everyone that I deal with in the community that I choose to deal with, they understand that people are going to sell. People are going to sell. Whether they sell on the way up or the way down, that's their prerogative. That's their prerogative. So to clear the rumors that could have potentially been spreading about people telling everyone to hold while they're over here day trading, I promise you this much. I'm not one of those. And everyone that I talk to on a daily basis, I can sincerely say I believe them when they're not one of those because of what we talk about all day. So, I hope that sheds light on what's happening. I know there's a lot of riffraff and a lot of tension, so to speak. And to be quite honest with you, I was involved in AMC. I was involved in GameStop. There was a lot of tension before those things blew up. There really was. So it kind of makes sense that there's some tension going on because maybe we're on the cusp of actually reversing course and not getting shafted every time we get some momentum going our way. Let me catch up with the chat real quick because I know I went on a little bit of a tangent there. All right, where am I at? After the beginning. That's what got me on that tangent. That was your fault at the beginning. That's my boy though, man, for real. I really like that guy, man. We had a cool convo. A lot of misinformation, facts, and when you're dealing with Discords, Twitters, YouTubes, cell phone calls, Reddits, and between all the DMs even I get, and I just got social media a month ago. 1 month ago I got social media. I believe it. There's a lot of misinformation out there and a lot of misunderstandings, I think is the best way to kind of chalk it up. But I'm all about positive momentum. I'm all about positivity. If you check my page on Twitter, all I talk about every day, I drop the 7 spiritual laws of success. That book changed my life when I read it. And to be quite honest with you, karma works both ways. If you're putting out negative energy comes back. If you're putting out positive vibes come back. So I do believe in my spiritual side believes in positivity. So definitely probably been a lot of misinformation, and to anyone who feels misled, there are people that you can ask these very questions to that will tell you the honest truth. I'm one of them. You can ask me anything you ever want, and I will tell you strongly how I feel as my own opinion. Someone just subscribed and I missed it. Sorry. I recognize the name too, but I didn't stop talking in time to give props. So thank you for subscribing. I really do appreciate that. I don't think there are half stars. I'm pretty sure there are, L-Train, but you know what? You could be right, but I'm pretty sure there are. Brooks Paris asking for a price target from D-Jan. I'll let you handle that, my boy. Very nice press up for the close bell for Clov. I agree, man. It's good to see red days when we're green. I love it. To me, that's the ultimate proof of like undervalued. When the market is completely red, the last thing you do is go buy a company that's green for the day. You're trying to find ones that are perhaps undervalued. And it shows that on a red day all around, to see this stock green and to see it continue to push upward towards the end of close, like just a perfect, nice, slow, mellow, hike up, is definitely refreshing to see. In all my years of experience on those red days, man, the companies that are going green are the ones to really keep an eye on. So I'm happy about that. Yeah, it depends on how good Bitcoin increases as far as GRE goes. I agree with that. It's definitely in the mining industry. I think they're about $3,000 per coin they mine. This is GRE, GREE. So yeah, if Bitcoin hits 500,000 like Kathy Woods believes, then yeah, that company's gonna have a price target that's out of this world. And that's exactly what D-Gen just said. All right, I'm letting you handle that one. My fault, dog. I just got to your message. Vintegra, hey, Ghost, like THB to... Oh, I thought it was to be honest. Okay, THB, do you believe that Clover could be the next Tesla? That's a funny question, actually. So my very first stream that I ever did was actually a guest show on Coach. And instead of me rambling on about it, just go watch that stream. This was well before there was like Tesla Health and pound this, pound that. I brought up the similarities. And it's very simple to answer your question. Yes, I do believe. I definitely believe there's an abundance of similarities. And one thing that no one really talks about, which is the one thing that reminded me of Tesla, was the simple fact that they had 2 assembly lines. Long story short, it was a $10,000 upgrade to get cameras put on the Tesla. Out of nowhere, Elon Musk realized if he takes away one of those assembly lines and has one assembly line and puts cameras on every car and stops charging people for the upgrade, he's gonna get something important. He's gonna get images. And his cars then documented everywhere they drove, from stop signs and red lights to just the way even the flow of traffic is. And with that being said, it made sense to him, and he touched on this, it made sense to him for him to just collect all of this data so that his cars can be autonomous that much sooner. It reminds me a lot of how Clover Assistant works, Value H. You start getting these companies that they partner up with on physician sides, and they're able to get all this data. And this data is huge because in order for them to start diagnosing issues sooner or more accurately, you need more data. So the more data they get, yeah. So to answer your question, it reminds me of the autonomous side of Tesla, how their autonomous vehicles, how they drive themselves. The software reminds me of that aspect of it. But yeah, there's also a ton of other qualities that are very, very similar. Does that mean I think it's going to hit $4,000 a share? Who knows how long that would take, and if they do splits or not, and there's a lot of things that go into play, but very, very similar. Lives under management is almost like cars being sold, right? New insurance products, like going into DCE, kind of like having the Model S and then throwing out the Model 3, or Model X. So yeah, there's a lot of similarities. I do believe that in the medical industry, it could be considered the Tesla of the medical industry. Sure, absolutely. I hope they keep the tiny float. Makes for interesting days, says Brooke Paris. I think you're still talking about Gree. Scotty Z, Ghost, no, bro, you good. I'd be down for a morning NFL stream before football for sure, bro, you good. I know you was playing with me, Scotty Too Hottie. I switched his name, by the way. No longer is he Scotty Too Hottie. It is Scotty Too Shotty, because he took 2 shots with me on live, and I loved it. OPAD borrow fee went way up. Kind of weird that they aren't showing the numbers from 9/16 on iBorrowDesk. I talked about this with DGen offline the other day. There are so many platforms that give you information, and they're always different, and it's based upon where they're pulling the information from. And the law of statistics, come into play for me, where I'm like, okay, if this particular company is giving it, a short interest, or even the float on Clov. Let's just go there. The float on Clov was like a mystery for how long? So how do you really trust the information that you're getting from some of these sites if the information isn't parallel on every site, as far as like even just the shares in the float? Like, we don't know what the float is. Like, that's kind of eerie to me. So just always be careful where you get your data from, and always make sure you're protecting yourself by not deploying too much capital. That way, if it doesn't do what you think it's going to do, you're not going to pull your hair out. Massive 5.1 million volume the last minute of the day. I didn't catch volume, so I hope you're talking about Clov, because that would be cool. Buy the Dip says, love the stream. I got to do a few things before Spaces so we can hit up the high school football game tonight. What time is it? 1:11. I'm in the East Coast. I'm in the West Coast, so it's 1:11 out here for me. Yeah, okay, DGen. I appreciate you saying what's up, bro. I'll be there on Spaces in just a few. Hope that was the pizza delivery guy, William. Nah, that was my wife. Were those big buys there at the end of the day for Clov? Please, someone answer that, because I'm not in front of my realm. Ghost, I haven't sold a single share of Clov either. We'll be holding this for a long time and hopefully retiring with this investment. Hey, let me tell you something. Monk, if you did your due diligence and you feel the same way I feel, makes me feel comfortable. What makes me feel uncomfortable is that people look up to specific people in order to get their answers. So whatever you ever hear out of my mouth, I am not a financial advisor. I know only what I know about finances. I'm not qualified to do anything financially with any of your guys' ideas, portfolios, how many you hold, when should you sell, buy, none of that. Okay? Anything I say, please fact check. Please. Like L Train is my boy, and he just straight up asked, I don't think you can do half on the star rating. So fact check. That is a clear evidence that I don't know everything, and I cannot give you advice. But I will agree 1,000%, Monk. I got the same conviction you have, clearly, if we're thinking we're going to retire off this in a while. The beginning says, oops. Talk to me, boy. What's up? What's up with the oops? Massive Clove prints at the close. If so, PK, that's 3 days in a row. Take care, Brooks. Appreciate you, bro. We'll see you on Spaces. Good. I'm glad you did your own DD too, Monk. You guys, I'm pretty much wrapped up here, man. I just felt like we were naked out there, man. We needed content to say what's up at the close. So I just wanted to come on and holler at you guys. I know I've been out of touch with Discord recently. I kind of just been trying to maneuver and do everything I can to let everyone know I'm still in the same boat. Please follow me on Twitter if you miss me on Discord every once in a while, because to try and bounce from all these platforms, it's been very difficult. I do actually own my own corporation, and I do have a lot of employees that I actually run, believe it or not. So, between juggling 3 daughters, a wife, my business, and trades and Clove DD and the community and all these platforms, man, I have not had social media in 10 years. So bear with me if you think I'm missing in action. You can always shoot me a DM or holler at me on Twitter, because I usually have that up in the background 24/7. So yeah, man, appreciate you guys to the fullest. Ghost, you had 3 shot bottles throughout the day. Now about to pour yourself a nice tall glass of vodka seltzer. Catch you in a bit on the Twitter thing. Yes, sir, man. Be safe out there as always. I appreciate you, Scotty. Didn't mean to get you off on a tangent, my man. Nah, you good the beginning. You good. I'm only busting your chops. Yeah, man, always, bro. I told you already, man. Hit me up whenever, bro. I appreciate you. Yes, Sonia. I think it says Sonia. You're welcome for the info. I hope it was helpful. My boy Jay Scott changed his name to JSOB, the electrician. Nice to see you in here, bro. What's going on, man? Nice to see you. Yeah, man. Good hearing you talk after hours on a Friday, man. Hey, that's awesome, man. Monk, I appreciate you, man. Hit me up whenever, man. I swear, hit me up whenever. I don't mind talking. I could talk my ass off. But I'm going to get ready for the Spaces as well. For those of you that came in late, for those of you that don't know, because you came in a little bit later than I spoke, DGen does Spaces every single day. The market closes 30 minutes after close. Don't matter if you're on the East or West Coast, 30 minutes after close. Join us. You'll hear a lot of good information. And we talk about Clove every single day on the Spaces. Sometimes a lot more than others. And sometimes we even on there venting because we're not happy where Clove is. So join us for all the riffraff that you want to hear. Yeah, we'll see you there, Jay. We'll see you there. See you soon, Zeke. Monk, see you soon. And Electrician, I appreciate all y'all.